Yeah, meeting is sort of like.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the extraordinary full council meeting. In the event of a fire, please follow instructions and directions to the fire exits and make your way to the assembly point adjacent to the Quick Fit building. In the interest of openness and transparency, the law permits recording and photography to report on the proceedings of council meetings when they are open to the public. No flash photography or additional lighting should be used without prior consent. Anyone wishing to report on the meeting or anyone not wishing to be filmed or photographed should notify the clerk or chair. The meeting will be live streamed on YouTube, therefore please remember to speak clearly and use your microphone, remembering to switch it off when you have finished. As the chair of the meeting, I have the discretion to suspend or terminate the live streaming if, in my opinion, continuing to do so would prejudice the proceedings of the meeting. Improper conduct or disruptive behavior will not be tolerated. Please raise your hand to indicate your wish to speak and wait for me to call upon you. As chair of the meeting, I will determine the order in which members will be invited to speak. To ensure the efficiency of the meeting, no member may speak for more than 3 minutes on one item or more than once. Therefore, please make your points as concisely as possible. Please may I also remind you to be polite and respectful towards one another at all times. Please put your phones on silent mode and put your phones away for the duration of the meeting and adhere to the no smoking policy of this building and its grounds. Item 108, to receive and consider approval of apologies for absence from any councillors not in attendance.
So we've had apologies from councillors Connor Blowers, Bob Breakspear, Neil Colby, Janet Craig, Jen Jones, Graham Parker, Paul Page and John Pitts, all with reasons provided.
Proposed to accept by Councillor Pearce, seconded by No.
I'd just like to ask a question, if I may.
Sure.
I don't want to kick anybody while they're not here, but have we got any update on Councillor Blowers? I don't seem to recall seeing him for quite some time.
We haven't seen him for quite some time, and his blanket apologies until the end of August did expire, but he is today at 10 to 6 this afternoon sent in apologies for all meetings through to the end of October.
Okay, Councillor Brooks.
Well, just following on from Nick's point, is that acceptable? I mean, this isn't this just making a bit of a joke of the 6-month rule? If somebody can submit apologies in advance for what, 3 months and then do another 3 months?
Councillor's always got the option not to accept the apologies.
That's true. Well, maybe we need to think about that.
Okay, so we have a proposal to accept the apologies that have been received. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Brooks.
Can I propose that we take Councillor Blowers separately?
So you're proposing acceptance of all the others except for Councillor Blowers. Yes. Do I have a second?
Counter proposal.
Yeah,
it's a counter proposal. It is.
Can I have a seconder for that proposal then, please? Councillor Webb. All in favour of that proposal?
To have a separate.
The proposal
is to accept everybody's except for Councillor Blowers. Against? 1, 2, abstentions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 abstentions. So
can I ask why the first proposal didn't get a seconder then? Just seem you've gone around.
You didn't.
So do we have a seconder for Councillor Pearce's proposal, which is to accept all the apologies received? Councillor Newsom. And a vote on that one, please. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Against? 2. Is that everyone then?
I know it's not, but I am curious as to, maybe councillors need to think about why they abstained on my proposal that Nick seconded about taking them separately when they were clearly going to vote for it anyway.
It's just the way the vote goes. We're not going to discuss that any further. Thank you. So item 109, declarations and I should say who's present. So councillors present are myself, Nasima Begum, Bernie Raffensberger, Nick Webb, Andy Pearce, Deborah Ray, Keith Patience, Elise Youngman, Christian Newsom, John Murray, Christine Moore, Wendy Brooks, and Sonia Barker. And staff members present are Lauren Elliott, Senior Project and Committee Clerk, and Sarah Foot, Town Clerk. Item 109, declarations and dispensations. 109.1, to receive declarations of disclosable pecuniary, other registrable and non-registrable interests, and of bias and predetermination on items on the agenda. Do we have any declarations? Nope. 109.2, to consider written requests for dispensations for interest and note dispensations granted. Do we have it?
No written request.
Okay, thank you. Item 110, public forum, an opportunity for the public to make comments on any matters on this agenda and to consider any advance comments from the public. Lauren.
So we've had no advance comments and we've got no members of the public in attendance on the webinar.
Okay. Item 111, personnel, to consider the following recommendations from the Personnel Committee. Some aspects may be confidential. 111.1, leave arrangements for the Christmas and New Year period. So I believe we can discuss this in non-confidential session. Councillor Pearce?
So there's another general proposal on leave going to full council which wraps around this but doesn't contradict this. So this is just the issue of, for want of a better word, the floating day. So every year since this council's been formed, there's been a proposal to close on the working day before Christmas, which is generally Christmas Eve, unless Christmas Eve is on a weekend, but it's not contractual, so it's discretionary. So we have to have a vote every year on whether we're going to close on Christmas Eve and give staff the extra days paid leave on that year. And this was recommended in not the last personnel meeting, but the one before that. I propose that we do so. We've done it every year. So I propose that the offices do close at the end of the day on the 23rd, and the office is closed on Christmas Eve, and all staff get a paid day on that leave. And for any staff who has to work that day, because either they're on the emergency call-out rota or essential tasks like refuse collection that can't just be left for 10 days over Christmas, they still get that day, but they take it by arrangement with their line manager on the basis that it must be taken by the end of January. And that's my proposal.
Councillor Murray, seconding. Any other comments? All in favour, please. That's everyone. Thank you. 111.2, budget allocation for a staff wellbeing event. Councillor Pearce.
So again, same personnel meeting in recognition of our staff and what they do throughout the year. There was a budget, there was a recommendation to this is maximum budget, not expenditure, and it's based on the fact that it might be a meal. So if it was going to be something less than a meal, you'd expect the expenditure to be less. But for 28 staff, at 30 quid maximum budget ahead was 840 quid, and we said round it up to 900 quid for the maximum budget for the wellbeing event for the 28 staff, taking it out of staff contingency budget for 25-26. And it's down to staff what kind of event that is, whether it's a sit-down meal, whether it's a buffet thing, whatever it is. I mean, last year I think was the first and only year we've done it to date, and I think they booked out Giardino's, I think, for like a just a team event. I don't think it was a sit-down meal. There might have been buffet and stuff. So but leave that decision to staff, and that's my proposal.
I thought this was a Christmas event, not a wellbeing event.
Well, it is, but it's a wellbeing event. It's a team event for the staff, isn't it? So.
Councillor Brooks.
Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but actually, like you, Claire, why are we calling it a wellbeing event where it's actually a Christmas celebration? And I mean, there might be a wellbeing knock on, but given it's a word that's rather cliched and overused, why don't we just call it what it is?
I'm just responding to the agenda item, but yes, it would happen over Christmas and New Year, and I hope actually it might contribute to their well-being. I wouldn't really want to be spending 840 quid on something that's going to make the staff miserable and unhappy. So
if I can give some context, when council kindly agreed to this last year, as everyone knows, calendars get very packed. pre-Christmas, and it was difficult to arrange something. So what we did instead, as a whole, and I mean a whole staff team, we met in the first week of January. I myself gave a presentation of what we'd achieved staff team wise in the last year, and then we talked about aspirations for the forthcoming year and how every member of staff got to play a role in that and how we were going to deliver and what we were going to deliver. It was over the lunchtime period, lasted no more than 2 hours. Yes, we had some food, thank you very much. And therefore, to just label it a Christmas event may not have the right connotations with public scrutiny, because it wasn't a jolly going out at night and things like that. It was much more a training and well-being and reflective exercise, which happened at the beginning of the new year, not the end of the last year.
Councillor Murray and then Councillor Brooks.
Thank you. Good evening. I would, whatever it's called, whenever it's held, I would second the proposal.
Thank you. Councillor Brooks?
Well, yes, I've got absolutely nothing against it, but I
Mike-
thought I thought they were having more fun. I didn't realise it was a.
Every day working here is fun.
I think I voted for it because I thought it was giving the staff, a well-deserved
Christmas break.
time to enjoy themselves with their colleagues and all the rest of it. I don't think you need to justify anything.
No.
No, and I think they have that option, which is why we said in personnel, let the staff decide the format of the event. But the budget, the per head budget, was put together on the basis that if staff want a sit-down meal, the budget has been set to enable them to have one.
Okay, so the proposal is to accept that, seconded by Councillor Murray. All in favour, please. 1. Item 112, to consider matters relating to existing and future leases is confidential. The date of the next meeting is full council, Tuesday the 23rd of September at 6:30. Any items for the next agenda? Councillor Brooks.
Yes, I'd like to discuss our representation on the place board.
Okay. Anything else? Item 115, admission to meetings. To resolve that under the Public Bodies Admission to Meetings Act 1960, the public be excluded from the meeting on the grounds that publicity would be prejudicial to public interest by reason of the confidential nature of the business to be transacted, namely any legal and employment issues relating to the matters on this agenda, including the following, any matters including those above as required. So can I have a proposal that we go into confidential? Councillor Webb, seconded by Councillor Pearce. All in favour, please. That's everyone. Thank you very much. This bit is so wordy. Admission.
It's the law,
Is it? Like those words exactly?
more or less, yeah.
I don't think it makes sense.
It's the law.